Hi everyone, welcome back to another YouTube video. I posted a video, I want to say a couple of days ago, or I think a couple of days ago, yeah. And I pretty much wanted to talk about, what's been going on with me, why haven't I released music in like almost over a year, why I disappeared from the grid. Well, here's the story. So, obviously, some of you guys who are still subscribed to me, even though now I have 174 subscribers, so whoever unsubscribed, to be quite honest, you're a jackass. I mean, obviously, you're not subscribed to me, so you won't see this video. But if you do happen to pop onto this video, you're a jackass. That's how I'm coming, Sorry to be so aggressive, but that's just how I am. I don't take no nonsense anymore. I'm a little bit older. I've been through some things. I'm not bitter, even though some people may consider me bitter, but I'm not bitter. I'm not, though. But I just want to pretty much catch you guys up on what's been going on in my head personally, what's been going on with my mental health, and why haven't I released music in over a year, and what am I doing? So. Okay, so I'm going to catch you guys up. So, a year ago, right? Let's go back to 2021. We're in 2022, right? So, a year ago, 2021, I dropped my song Freedom. I was really hoping that Freedom would have been a smash hit. I would have had blown up. I would have been meeting so many other famous people that I grew up listening to, watching on TV, and et cetera, and I thought I was gonna, earn all this money, but Freedom didn't become a smash hit, and again, and I'm grateful for those who did go out and buy my single and still is streaming my songs to this day, and I'm super grateful. But so Freedom didn't do. In a world of people who don't know that I'm a singer, it did moderately well, and eventually I did get paid for it, my song, so and I'm very grateful for the little bit of money that I did get, and I appreciate you guys for streaming the song. Keep streaming the song and stay as well. And then I released a second single. And then that failed miserably. But overall, I'm not really doing it for, the fame, as I said a year ago in one of my videos. I can't really recall which video, but I just want to let you guys know that I'm not doing this for the fame, I'm really doing it for the love of music, and I have a gift, I have a pretty beautiful voice, and my dreams are coming true very slowly, but my dreams are coming true. And then after I released Freedom and Stay, I was going to end up recording a third single, and I was going to end up releasing it before I ended up going to surgery. So here we go. So I was working at another grocery store called Acme, and the store it wasn't like ShopRite. I was able to have a little bit more freedom this time around. Just FYI, I don't like working at grocery stores. Grocery stores are horrible personally. I mean, you could shop there, but working there, horrible. I feel like with any grocery store, they really don't really care about you. I mean, I get that that's with every job. They just need people, and they look at you as just a number. and I hate to say that, but that's just the way of the world, And I just have to realize that, with everything, you just have to have a job, and so you can pay your bills, be comfortable, have a roof over your head, and etc. So anyway, my point. So I was working at Acme, and then I ended up going on sabbatical for my foot. So I think I told you guys I probably not even told you guys. So I sprained my foot. To make a long story short, I sprained my foot back in 2019. did it thinking that I just sprained it. Reality, I torn a tendon in my ankle, and I had this excruciating pain in my foot. And for some odd reason, and also since I'm a very heavy set guy, and I will be working on my weight very soon, trust me. But since I am a very heavy set guy, that didn't help. You know, the weight, the pressure, being on my feet, that's not a good thing, you know. And so I ended up getting surgery. And I was laid up in bed for about 3 months, and my mental health went down the drain. My mom, I don't want to blame her, but my mom wasn't really helping me out when it came to therapy sessions, and so I had no choice but to not be in therapy for a good couple of months. I eventually got my tax fund money back, and it was a lot of money. So once I got that, I was able to, go to therapy, pay for that. But once my tax money ran out, I had to stop going. So it was kind of like, it was wishy-washy, iffy really. Like 1 minute I'll be in therapy and I'll be, I guess you could say, okay, and then next minute I'll just stop going, and then my life would just fall apart. But in reality, my life is falling apart either way, if I'm in therapy or out of therapy, So just to stay on track. So I ended up being on bed rest for about 3-4 months, and then my mom, in the process of me still healing, my mom said we're gonna be moving. So I took it upon myself because I didn't really want to work in another grocery store. I was like, I don't want to do this no more. Quit the job. And then it's kind of funny because I ended up quitting the job, and then about 2 months later, around October, we found a place and we moved in immediately. And so of course, I was very hard on myself, and I was very hard on myself because I wanted to get a job, because I wanted to continue doing music, and I didn't want to be a burden to my mom, and I didn't want to, be a burden to anyone else. And to be quite honest, I don't really have the biggest support system. I really don't. My brother has his thing, my older brother has his thing, my sister has her thing, my mom has her thing. Even though I live with her, I'm 25, she does support me the best way she can, but she's not always there. And again, I have to understand I'm not 14, 15 years old, So she does the best that she can, and and I'm gonna be quite honest, she's not the best, but in my book, she's the best. Even though I kind of just contradicted myself, but it is what it is, And some goes for me. I could be wishy-washy sometimes too. I'm not always the best son. Some days I'm good and some days I'm bad. I'm human, just like her. She's, we're all human. We all go through bad days, just like everybody else. Blank. So, and then I ended up, going into the new year, I guess you could say I was desperate for a job at that point, and ended up applying to ShopRite again. I applied, I got the job. At first I was very hesitant about going back to ShopRite again, because, the first time around I tried to commit suicide. And I got the job. I got the job in January, and then I just didn't like it. And then I quit. I was slow in reality. My mom was trying to figure out why I quit. In reality, I was going to start having problems with the store manager. The store manager I asked her for a favor. She kind of pretty much just, gave me the bullshit run, talking about, it's kind of all about boundaries, and I get it. I know it's all about business when it comes to these companies. It doesn't matter if you're working in a hospital. It's always about business. I get that, but at the same time, it's have a heart, okay? Because it's if something was happening personal in your life and you ask someone, can you leave a little bit early? It wasn't like I was asking her. Hey, I don't want to come in that day. I was literally just saying, can I just leave just a little bit early? I was when I say early, I mean 2:00, because I was gonna come in at 9. And on top of it, I don't want to. And on top of me, like, even though my foot is technically healed or whatever, I just don't want to be on my feet for 8 hours. And then I already explained to her prior to me getting asked to come in. And originally my answer was no, but then I got talked into it, and I got guilt tripped into doing it. And then I was like, well, I don't want to work 8 hours because I already told her. I don't want to contradict myself. I already told her that I don't want to work 8 hours. I'm fine with working 6 to 7 hours, I'm fine with that. And I was pretty much, because I was like, in my mind, I was like, if I work this 8 hours next week, then she's probably going to put me on for 8 hours, like doing 2 to 10 and 9 to 5 and having these wishy-washy schedules. And I was just like, I didn't want to do that. So, I remember, and it's kind of crazy because I remember when I ended up, my schedule was pretty decent. I was working like 4 days a week, which I don't have a problem with. And I was off for like 3 days. I was off like Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I was supposed to go back Saturday, and I don't know what it was. Like, I paid Friday, woke up, it was a little weird. I felt very weird, and then out of nowhere, I just, watching Teen Titans, I think you say. Woke up, my mom was kind of, her vibe was a little off. My vibe was a little off as well. I text my coworker and told her I wasn't coming in because I ended up having this. But the crazy thing was, I ended up having this job interview for my current job that I'm going to be working at this coming Monday, which is in the hospital. And I've heard decent things about the hospital industry. I don't know nothing about the hospital industry. I mean, obviously, in the hospital they sell food, they serve food and stuff like that, and cashiering and stuff like that. So I just know the food service part. I don't know anything else. And they say that they're gonna train me. So let's just hope and pray. And so that's pretty much where I'm at. Now we can talk about music. I know this video is gonna be a little bit long, but now we can talk about some music. So once I get this job, okay guys, I am going to start working on my album. Yes, I'm finally going to be working on a passion project that I've been wanting to do for years now. And I am going to probably do about maybe 7 or 8 songs to make a nice, like a full, not an EP, but an actual album. So, an album could have 12 songs. It could have how many songs you want. It could have 20 songs, whatever. I want this record. I want that record. Technically, I guess you could say, they were still, because I was born in the late 90s, so they were still saying records in the 2000s. They didn't start saying like iTunes until about like 2008, 2010s, So anyway, I'm finally going to do this passion project, this album, and I already have a name. I already have a title for the album. It's going to be called Forever Elijah. I've been writing songs. I want this album to be about love, passion. I want this record to talk about inspirational. I want this album. I love gospel music, so I want to incorporate a lot of gospel music into it, a lot of dance tracks, a lot of R&B tracks. I might even try to dabble a little bit of hip hop. It's going to incorporate a lot of different flavors of different tracks and different songs, and I am going to push myself into doing different things. I want to do more. I want to do a country song if I can. I'm thinking about maybe doing a country song. I don't know. I have to think about that one. So I don't want to get no one's hopes. But I definitely want this record to be very inspirational, very, very different than most albums. Because most albums it's either or. Sometimes they go straight for the pop. Sometimes they're mixing the pop and the R&B. I want this record to be an album where you can listen to it with your grandparents and with your parents, even with your teachers or your friends, and you could be able to. I want this record to be a very inspirational, powerful album. I want this album to be a very anthem album for everybody, for the straights, for the gays, for the trans, for for everybody in the world. You know, it don't have to necessarily be just for one genre. It could be for everyone. You know, for blacks, Asians, everyone. You know, so just keep an eye out. I don't really know when I'm going to be starting to do this album. As soon as I get some money in my pocket, the album process will begin. It's probably going to start. The process of the album is probably going to start probably like late March, early April, and I probably won't. Hopefully, I'll be finished with it by my birthday. And when I say by, I mean like I'll probably be done with the album probably like when my birthday passed. So hopefully, like the middle of April. Hopefully. But overall, I will get back to you guys. Thank you for hearing where I am. But and also I will be talking about my mental health in my next video. Tell you guys a little bit more about my suicide ideations of the mind, and I'll tell you more about my personal struggles. Okay, but I want you guys to be healthy, happy, and have a wonderful day, night, evening, morning, whatever time you watch this video. I love you guys. Stay strong. Stay at peace. This is 2022. Live your life the way you want to live it. Always listen. That's what I'm still struggling on. Listen. I'm honest. And be the best version of yourself. All right, I love you guys. Be strong, everyone. I love you. Oh, and be kind to one another. Bye, everyone.